Forward it goes. Oh, good interception. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's been taken straight back. Goes for goal! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, they're definitely going about things the right way, Peter. A goal soon can bolster energy levels now.
Hoists it forward. And it's played forward. Chooses to go back. That's good defending, very good defending. Defender's on the back foot. Has he picked him out? He's left his man. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Oh, what a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Dispatched. And time is up. Now, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. 1-1, drawn 1, 4 points from 6, and looking good. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. Well, some in the media have dubbed this already a desperation derby.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation can be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
So we're up and running. Green. He's gone for it! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Forward it goes. He's made sure that that won't get through. Lafferty. Chance! It's broken loose. Plays it out to the flank. Decent ball. Chance to break. Nicely measured pass. Tries a shot! It's there! First blood drawn. That was a given. It always was.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Good idea, just poorly executed. Lennon. Could be a chance here. Lafferty. Kelly. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. He spotted the run and played him through. Has a pop! Yes! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think this is a case of anything you can do, we can do too. I mean, they're matching each other like for like here.
Rain starting to fall here. It has been looking that way for a little while. Coached through there. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. Reflections on the first half?
Look, this match promised goals, and it certainly hasn't let us down. It's been really, really entertaining.
It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. So once again, we're underway. Hoists it forward. Gibson. And it's played forward. Well played, he saw that coming. It's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? He's had a goal! Oh, that's a fine save!
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
And the header! Well, that's caused a worry or two.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Up towards the front line, cuts it out. Forward it goes. Tries to get it forward quickly. Green. What an adventurous run from a defender. It's a brilliant interception. King. Gets into a dangerous position. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Looking to break out here. Done very well to intervene. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Burn. He's got options out wide. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, shooting chance!
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here. Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no...
Has a hit! A real chance and a real let-off. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. And that will be the final act. Nobody is totally satisfied, but it was a more than decent game, a super watch, and it ends in a draw. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Well, some in the media have dubbed this already a desperation derby.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's true that another defeat could spell curtains, but as a glass-half-full person, hopes and dreams are still intact, and this can be the start of a revival that the doubters are not quite expecting. Their motivation can be taken from a wish to shove it back down their throats.
Well, we're on the way. Hit long and direct. Plays it over to the other flank. Good idea, just poorly executed. And now the breakaway. He's made sure that that won't get through. Well, they are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim.
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production line. It's where the room is.
Hits one! Decent enough try.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Oh, that's nice. It's a loose ball. No goals as yet. Just brushed off the ball there. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Looks to thread it through. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Wilson. Turns and goes. Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
Murphy gets a good foot in there. And there's the end of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. There's the start of the second half.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
It's a throw-in.
Yeah, it looks like a change of approach, and it may just freshen things up.
He's had a goal! Oh, shooting chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's just front foot enforcement. Pressure leads to mistake, leads to chance.
McCourt. He's come loose. And the weighted pass. Timely intervention. And that has been clubbed away. Breaks on here. Fence has got rid of that. It's gone for a throw-in. Goes for goal! Oh, stop from the keeper.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
There's going to be another change here. They've played it short. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Plenty waiting in the middle.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, real danger here. He's away, going for goal!
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Gets it back.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one...
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Davidson. McCourt. Wilson. And it's played forward. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Ball's loose, who's getting there? Wilson. That's a good ball to Murphy! And the whistle goes, so nearly a telling finale, but it ends 0-0. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goals. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Well, it is only the second game in the group phase, but already this is crunch time for some, certainly those who have suffered defeat in their opening game. The prospect of an early exit already hangs above their heads. The players and managers have to put a brave face on it in the pre-match press conference, but that is not going to change the overwhelming truth here, and that is that they really must seek to avoid defeat. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Well, some in the media have dubbed this already a desperation derby.
Well, it doesn't have to be doom and gloom simply because you've lost one game. That can be rescued quite quickly here, with a great chance of turning fortunes round and lifting spirits and just creating much more optimism. And they can still emerge from this group. Their hopes and dreams are very much alive from the way I see it.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Plays a clever pass. Duffy. He's off on a shot at goal!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Well played, he saw that coming. Gets it back. Well, they can break here. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And that's a goal kick. Hoban gets the better of his man. So it is still 0-0. It's come loose. Back into the middle. Out to the right. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Loses his balance and loses the ball. Breaks on here. Just brushed off the ball there. He gets past his man. Striding forward, facing... He's had a shot! And he's found the net! Deep into first-half stoppage time, a crucial goal. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
And the half-time whistle goes. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, there really hasn't been an awful lot to separate the two sides. One goal scored from the breakaway, and that's it. So I'm expecting the second half to start in this manner too, and this is by no means decisive, and there's plenty of time left to get back into this.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Finds himself eased off the ball. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Loose ball, who's going to get there? He's had a look. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that is an awful miss.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Forward it goes. Hoban.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Oh, good interception. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. And the counter is on. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Murray. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Plays it out to the flank. Dashing forward at pace. He's got it, has a pop! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
All he'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Done very well to intervene. And now the breakaway. And that's that. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it. But that was enough. Well, they really needed that. Nothing decided yet, but they are in it going into the final group game. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, a result which owed much to grind and graft, Peter. Not the prettiest of wins, but a very...